Hey friends, it's Amy. We are going on a little field trip today and then we'll come back into the studio and make something together. 7 a.m. Cindy and I are on our way to our first ever color run. Just finished this delicious juice. And because it was on our way home, we stopped at California Donuts to celebrate our 5K. Back in the studio after a shower and getting cleaned up, and I printed off this photo. I also gathered some of the newest supplies from crepe paper and pebbles to put together a layout. Using my Fiskars trimmer, I'm just going to cut these photos apart. And the way I created this collage was on my iPhone using the Pick Frame app. There's an option where you can size it to a 2x3, and that gives you the right dimensions for putting 4 photos onto printing into a 4x6. It's a little complicated, but if you have the app, you know how easy it is to use. I've taken this pattern paper, it's actually called Pattern, from crepe paper, and I couldn't decide which side to use, but I think I'm going to go with the map side. I really wanted to include the bib number onto the layout. This is the 3rd race that I've run. I ran a previous 5K and then a 10K before this one. One of the first things I usually do when making a layout is arrange the items that I want to include loosely on the page before I do any adhering. So I'm just kind of arranging to see how the photos will look best along with the big bib. And I thought about even using the metal in this layout, but I think it's going to be really heavy. I just don't know what else to do with it. I suppose I'll just hang it somewhere, but I'm trying these days to include as much as I can into my scrapbooks so that I can get rid of the other stuff. I tend to be a saver. I'll save business cards, memorabilia, all these unnecessary things that don't really make it into the scrapbook page or mini album, and I have them laying around in piles. So that's why I want to try to get this on there, but I don't think it'll happen. All right, so for this page, I want to slip this piece of paper underneath there and somehow arrange it. As I'm adjusting, I kind of play around with it and I change my mind several times, but that's okay. I decided that I did want to use a card. This is a manila tag actually, and I figured I can do my journaling on the tag. So this is kind of the loose layout that I want to achieve. I'm going to go ahead and start adhering pieces down and committing to the paper. And as you can see, I simply just lift it up and add adhesive behind it to the bottom sheet, and usually it stays put. Okay, there we go. And I'll make sure that this part is down as well. Now, because I want to try to figure out how to showcase the pictures the best, I'm just once again rearranging it, but kind of deciding that I liked that picture of Cindy jumping on the left better. So what I'll do here is, because those little printed tapes are there, I want them to be on top of the photo. I'll take this Fiskars fingertip craft knife, which I love to use. I already placed my American Crafts healing mat down underneath the layout. I'm just going to take it and cut the washi tape printed strip out to make a flap so that I can basically tuck the photo underneath it. And it'll sort of look like the tape was intentionally put on there. Oh, it looks like I need to cut that one as well. So I'm just going to grab the knife again and make a little trim. Okay, so then I can just slide this photo underneath and tuck it under and then adhere it down. This American Crafts tape runner is still my favorite to use. Okay, so yeah, I just want to make sure it's in the right place. Now I'm taking this other paper from Crate Paper, and I just want to cut out this Happy Day part and put it somewhere over there. Then I still need to figure out how I'm going to do this side of it. So I definitely want the donuts over there since we got them after the race. And so it kind of goes, well, it doesn't really go in order because the jump for Cindy happened at the end after she got a bunch of colored powder on her. All right, so I just decided to trim that Happy Day with my Cutter Bee scissors. I've got these thickers with American Crafts. This is from my collection called Rise and Shine. And they're foam letter stickers, or phrase stickers, I should say. I'm just going to stick it down right there. I think the black offsets nicely with the black on the bib, or it complements it. I don't know if it offsets it. Now I've got the Pebbles stickers. These are really colorful and fun for summer. And I definitely want to use these sunglasses, so I'm just going to stick them somewhere over here. Decided that I wanted to pop dot the Happy Day to give it a little bit of dimension. And I'll use this hello and put it right up there. These are also thickers, and I decided that that's actually not the place I wanted, so I quickly peeled it up. And even though this phrase is supposed to say just plain wonderful, I decided that I wanted to mix and match and make it just plain cool. So I'll grab this off and spell it backwards because I want cool to be right there, and the placement is just easier to figure out if I go in this order. Little dot to the eye. That fits nicely. Great. I've got these clear stickers from Rise and Shine. This one says Life is Sweet, which will be perfect for this area right over here, going along with the fun donuts we had. These little confetti dots will fill up this little white space nicely. So I'll just put them down. And because I want this to be underneath here, I'm just going to lift up the foam sticker and tuck it right in there. Cool should just go on top too. All right, so I'm just going to finish this off with a few of these enamel dots from Pebbles, and then I think that it'll be pretty good to go with some stamping and some journaling. It's definitely almost done. Here's a roller phrase stamp, and I'm going to take this Ranger Archival ink. I found that this ink pad does work the best with this stamp because the letters are so small and skinny that spongier ink pads kind of get all over the stamp. So this is a good one to use. So I'm just going to stamp a couple here, and these phrases just go along with the whole day and how much fun it was. And I like to stamp one with complete ink and then I stamp it off so it kind of gets grayscale. I also want to use these transparent alphabet stickers to do not really a title, but kind of just do part of the information that I want to include on this tag. So I'm just going to put the date actually, and since it is the color run, I'm going to use different colors to spell out June 13th. Because I don't want this to hang off the page, I'm going to turn it over so I can see where I'm cutting, grab my Fiskars scissors, and trim off the excess. You could also use the paper trimmer, but I feel more comfortable with scissors. Next, I'm going to take these friction erasable pens and do some journaling right there. As you can see, I changed the colors around a little bit, but overall I'm really happy with the way this layout looks, and I can still use the other side if I want for the rest of the weekend. So now I'd love to hear from you. Do you like coming on these field trips with me? Do you like coming back to the studio to see what I do with this stuff? If so, give me a thumbs up, and also if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. See you soon. Bye!